In this video, I want to talk to you all about how to write your best sponsorship proposal yet. Check it out. I'm going to cover how to write your best sponsorship proposal yet, but before we dive in, it would mean a lot to me if you hit the subscribe button and clicked the bell icon so that you never miss another sponsorship video. Now, before we can talk about how to write your best sponsorship proposal yet, we need to talk about what you should stop doing. In many ways, having a good sponsorship proposal is about avoiding some of the classic mistakes that turn sponsors off right away. The most important thing is being too focused on yourself. You want to stop doing this. I know that for your organization, your history, your mission, your vision, and all those great pictures are really important to you. They're not important to your sponsor. They don't want to read a 6-page CEO biography and learn when you were founded. Now, these things might be important. It might be worth mentioning, but you want to focus on the things that sponsors care about rather than what you wish sponsors cared about. If having an amazing history and mission and vision were sufficient, then everyone would have sponsorship. And the other thing that you want to stop doing is writing too much information. The belief that a sponsor is going to sit down and read a 36-page document just because you wrote it is inaccurate. Sponsors make decisions and action proposals the same way you would. So 16 pages, long paragraphs going into great detail about things that don't matter will turn off sponsors. Another great way to turn off sponsors and send them running for the hills is to use gold, silver, bronze, or any other name, in other words, tiers, and to put pricing in your sponsorship proposals. Believe me, a sponsor is not going to read all 30 pages of your document, get to the end, see a gold, silver, bronze list, and then ask themselves, do I want 6 tweets or do I want 7? Do I want logos with hyperlinks or without? They're not going to read your proposal, look at all the different pointless logo placement you've decided they must want, and decide whether they want to give you $2,500, $5,000, or $7,500. It doesn't work that way, and adding grids and pricing is a great way to ruin a sponsorship proposal. It's also a great way to make yourself look like an amateur and like you don't really understand what sponsorship is. And that is going to send sponsors running. Another habit you should break immediately is sending your proposal too early. What's too early for a sponsorship proposal? Well, sending a proposal before you've even met the person or spoken to them is definitely too early. The first email, absolutely too early. You want to send the proposal after you've been asked for one, and only when you can create a custom sponsorship package based on all of the information the sponsor has given you. The idea that you're just going to guess at what some company wants in order to achieve its marketing goals is very unlikely. And probably why all those proposals you sent out got no response at all. So let's talk about where the proposal actually does fit into your sponsorship program. It belongs right after your discovery call with a sponsor and before your sponsor sends you money. In other words, you're going to research, email, phone call, arrange a meeting, have a meeting, and then put together a custom proposal. Now, on occasion, a sponsor will refuse to meet with you until they've seen your proposal, in which case you're going to give them what we call a business case. That is to say, an outline of your audience, your activation ideas, your media footprint, your case studies, no pricing, no values. You're just sending them what they need to know in order to decide whether or not they want to meet with you. A proposal is where you propose working together. And to propose working together, you have to know what the sponsor wants, and that can only happen after a proper discovery meeting. So let's talk about the ways to make your sponsorship proposal outstanding. First, remember, it's not about you. It's about your audience, and it's about your sponsors. But the proposal is not about you. Audience data is the absolute key to sponsorship. You could get everything else wrong in your sponsorship proposal, but nail audience data and do quite well. Get audience data wrong, you actually can't overcome that, no matter what you put on page 37 of a sponsorship pitch deck. 25 plus data points on your audience is what we would consider good audience data. And you want to have macro level audience data as well as 3 audience niches or avatars. That's what we teach our clients. That's what works in the field. It sounds like a lot of data points. Well, that's because it is. And if you're asking for sponsorship dollars, you have to play the sponsorship game. And this is what sponsors expect from you. The other thing you should include in your sponsorship package are case studies. Case studies of how you've helped other sponsors achieve their goals and how you've helped other sponsors get what they hired you for, what they paid you for through your sponsorship. You should also include your media footprint. How much organic media you're getting, traditional media, social media, what is your web presence? You want to be really clear with your audience and your media that you're achieving to your sponsors, because you're going to be acting as an amplification of your sponsor's messaging and their brand. So media footprint is also critically important. And remember, everything in your sponsorship package should be customized. Yes, it is true that your audience data will be the same for every sponsor that you reach out to. Your case studies and your media footprint will also be the same, but your activation ideas and what you're offering a sponsor will be fully customized. If you follow these steps and avoid making these classic mistakes, your sponsorship proposal will stand out. And that's what we want. What are your biggest takeaways from this video? The one thing you're going to do differently, the one thing you're going to change, the one thing you're going to do more of, drop it down below in the comments. And remember, the biggest takeaway of all is the sponsorship proposal does not make the sale. You do. Good luck out there.